Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I want to welcome you to another installation of the Zoom In on the Halal Metropolis. I am here today with Sufian Nabhan, who is the director of the Islamic Center of Detroit. In the Zoom In on the Halal Metropolis project, what we're trying to do is document how the Muslim community is coping with and faring and responding to and contributing as a part of the COVID-19 pandemic. So it's really a pleasure to be talking to you today. Sufian, how are you?
Assalamu alaikum, alhamdulillah. Doing good. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Well, I'm really glad to talk to you. So something happened last year, which those of you who are following the Halal Metropolis project are aware of, but maybe newcomers don't know. But last year we sponsored a Ramadan Lights competition with the Ramadan Suhoor Fest team and the Michigan Muslim Community Council. And we got a lot of news coverage for this. We were like a national news story. All these people picked it up. We were even featured in Parade magazine as a positive story to come out of COVID. And we were very, very, very embarrassed to get all the way to the end of Ramadan and to be giving our last award to the resident who won our competition for the south end of Dearborn, and to have him say that he had won the other Ramadan Lights competition too. We thought we were the first, but it was the second year of the ICD's Ramadan Lights contest. So I apologize formally to you for claiming to be the first. But tell us about your competition. Where'd the idea come from? How do you organize it?
Yes, this is our third year in the competition. It is actually initiated by the youth, our youth group. They thought that we need to motivate people more. We need to celebrate the Eid in a new way and Ramadan. So they initiate this as a test the first year. Let's see if the community can respond to us positively. And thanks God, they respond very overwhelmingly positively. Very sorry. And the second year was the COVID. And we thought that we have to continue with this because to make sure that the spirit is high. During COVID, people did not invite each other. There is no meetings, there is no prayer, masajid was closed. So we thought that let's have in addition to the spirituality of Ramadan, something fun that people can contribute to. And it was amazing again.
Well, so how many people entered the contest? Do you know? Last year and the year before, in the first year?
I don't have the number exactly, but it was overwhelming. I mean, it's increased. Each year it's increased. And this year, our third year. So people are getting the word out. And, you know, in the Islamic culture, some people are, they think Ramadan and Eid has to be celebrated spiritually without having like the lights and having the other celebrations, but others also think no, we need to do this. So it's a controversial issue, but we are respecting both opinions, and we trying even to make it that do Eid light or Ramadan lights or Ramadan celebrations inside the house and outside the house. So we are promoting inside the house and outside the house, both ways.
Yeah, I saw that was a difference between yours and ours because we were really focusing on outside the house. But that one, the guy who won, Mr. El-Zukari from the South End, his internal lights were way fancier than his external lights. I mean, the video he sent was really impressive. So, and we've noticed, you know, I mean, just of course, I'm not going anywhere this year either, but not visiting as many friends and things like that as I usually do during Ramadan. But I've been seeing people posting, especially last year, maybe more than this year, even people were posting their internal decorations, you know, like everyone was really sort of in mourning for the fact that they couldn't celebrate with their family and go out to, you know, public events and things like that. And people were happy that, you know, it was going to put an emphasis on the spiritual side of Ramadan. You know, I mean, I think a lot of public official kind of people were very happy that they were going to get to spend Ramadan with their families for once instead of being out in public. But still, yeah. So I just think that last year in particular, there was more of an emphasis on doing the inside of the house. But we've noticed for like the last 5 years, I've been observing and driving around Dearborn, and it's so much fun to be out during Ramadan because so many people have started to decorate. And we're still encouraging the city of Dearborn itself to their City Beautiful Commission. So we talked to them this year and tried to get them to pick it up. because we want them to treat Ramadan in the same way they treat Christmas, basically, so they're still struggling with it. I think hopefully next year they'll pick it up. So maybe next year we can put you in touch with them, and you can maybe kind of organize it with them to a certain extent. And I know that the Suhoor Fest people really also want to do it again. So again, maybe we can combine forces and do a bigger one, because it's I agree with you. It's we've heard so many people say that that it's just like, so many of the masajid have white walls inside, and you're just supposed to focus on the Quran and prayer. But then there are other people who really are really thinking about the next generation, and really kind of wanting Ramadan to compete with Christmas in a way, not in a negative way, but just to hold up its own, So I hear that a lot from the younger generation. But anyway, so tell me what your congregation, how you're dealing with the pandemic this year with Ramadan. What kind of services are you offering?
Yeah, thanks God. This year is hopefully it's much better than last year. This year, at least we are open. The prayers are held inside the masjid, but we taking care of all requirements of CDC and health department by making sure that 6 feet distance, wearing the masks, bring your prayer rugs. You have to have your temperature being checked in while you're in. Bathrooms are closed only for emergency. All these requirements. And people are coming to ICD. I think last year was a hit back because people could not leave their homes to come to the masajid or invite each other for Ramadan iftars or celebrate the Eid in a prayer even. But this year, hopefully, we are reopening back on little by little mode. So our masajids are full, but we are returning people back from the doors, because as soon as we have the masjid a capacity full because of 6 feet difference, so we are about 25% capacity. Unfortunately, we can't exceed that capacity right now. We are preparing for the Eid festival, drive-through festival. The iftars, instead of having iftars at ICD, inside ICD, we distributing daily iftars 6 days a week by drive-through distribution between 4 to 7, 6 days a week. Sunday we are off. The other 6 days we are doing it. We are streaming the Tarawih prayer live through our YouTube and Facebook. So we are doing things just to make sure people celebrate Ramadan and have the high spirit of it, inshallah. At the same time, we are unfortunately not doing any inside activities for kids, because usually ICD known the masjid that have all of the kids of the community coming to, and they are all the time, they are more than welcome. We do special programs for them for less than 6 years old, 6 to 11, and 11 and up. But this year, unfortunately, we don't do it. We only have some programs online for them, and we are inviting people to take care of themselves, to get vaccinated, because this is the way that inshallah will make us celebrate Eid, if not this Eid, the next Eid, in a much safe mode, inshallah.
Yeah, have you been distributing the vaccine there? Have you had a vaccine day at the mosque?
Yes, we had it the first Thursday of Ramadan, and we're gonna have it next Thursday. It was Pfizer, so two shots.
Great. Yeah, I've seen that. I've spoken to other mosque leaders who've said that they've had a lot of skeptical people in their congregations, but bringing it to them, there's a little bit of peer pressure involved, so it makes people a little more willing.
And we, alhamdulillah, we had a lot of people coming in over what we expected, so it was very good turnout.
Alhamdulillah, that's great. That's great news. That's exactly what you want to hear. Yeah, and of course your mosque is famous, you're right, for your youth programming. I hear so much from my students and just from other people in the community about how active your youth groups are, or your youth group is. But I also wonder, all this work you're doing, like with the food distribution, I'm assuming that that's mostly done by volunteer labor, right?
We have both. Yes, we do have volunteers and work force, because during the COVID-19, some volunteers were skeptical to come because of interaction with people, and also we do not allow anyone less than 18 to come and join us, just to make sure everybody is safe. So we have both, yes.
You have both, yeah. Well, I can imagine that that's a community builder for the people who are participating, right? It gives them something to do, someplace to be. It gives them meaning. It gives them even a social outlet at this time when we're also isolated from each other.
100%, especially at this challenge time. I mean, people love to help other people. So this is lifting their spirit, lifting their, achievement. They think that they are contributing to the society. Plus, it's something that we want like to keep, that the masajid, that ICD with you at the challenge time. We are not only open when it is ease and everybody is having a good time, but also we are open at the challenge time. When you need us the most, we are there to help you, inshallah.
Wow, that's a beautiful message. It's a beautiful. Well, so how have you done? I mean, so I don't live in Dearborn. I live in Ann Arbor, so I'm at a little bit of a remove from the community. And so I have been like, because I have a health problem and my husband has a health concern too. We have pre-existing conditions and we're getting older. We've been very, very conservative. You know, we just basically don't go anywhere other than the grocery store for this whole time. And I know that that's not necessarily the case. So I've had a lot of friends who passed away this year, or people that I know from the Muslim community, or people that I interviewed when I was working on my book. I interviewed a lot of elderly people because it was an oral history based project. So I was talking to some of the founders of some of the city's older masajid. And unfortunately, several of those people passed away this year. And I wasn't able to join. I didn't go to any of the funerals. I mean, I know some people had funerals and sort of defied the protocols. Some people had funerals within the protocols. So I'm just wondering what your congregation has been doing for funerals this year.
Yes, unfortunately, as you said, we lost many friends from the of the ICD community, and same as you, I did not attend any funeral service since COVID started. I have also some issues. And we are trying to help our best. So we did cover some expenses of those who need expenses, especially in the beginning where there's no fund from the government regarding the funeral services. We unfortunately did not open our masjid for Aza or condolences gathering because of COVID. So it was really a rough time. This Ramadan, I mean, we started this Ramadan opening the masajid, and we missed a lot of people who did not come because they either have some issues, health issues, or they passed away. So
sad. Allah yarhamhum.
Very sad. Allah yarhamhum. It's very, very, very sad, to be honest with you. But at the same time, we have to move on. We have to live our life. We have to celebrate our holidays. We have to have the spirit high. We have to keep focusing at the future. And Allah yarhamhum, and our prayers with them all the time.
And with their families, yeah. No, and I actually think, I know a lot of people talk about, oh, when this is over, it's like everything's going to be a big party. But I think for a lot of us, one of the first things we're going to do is go visit the homes of the families of the people who we're now missing. You know, that's something that I actually really look forward to doing, because I was sad that I wasn't able to be with people. So it has been a hard year, but Ramadan, of course, is a time of renewal, a time of like social renewal and spiritual renewal. So alhamdulillah, I'm glad that your congregation is able to celebrate it. And so for people who are watching, I'm going to post the flyer with this talk so they can link to the flyer if they're interested. But how do people nominate themselves, or how do they nominate their neighbors if they want to be in the Ramadan contest?
Let's send some pictures. Videos or pictures about the lights or the decorations inside and outside the homes, and hopefully they will become one of the winners at ICD. And this year we're trying to do more winners than just one, just to keep the spirit high and motivate the community to join us more and more.
Yeah, we broke the city into 4 districts last year. We gave 4 of them. But anyway, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. And we missed the fact that we're not doing it this year. But anyway, well, we're so happy that you're doing it. And we're gonna keep our eyes tuned and find out who you give the awards to at the end. So anyway, we'll
just some remarks regarding what you said in the beginning about Dearborn city of decorating the whole city. We also working as ICD with City of Detroit. We were doing the program with them to decorate downtown at Ramadan or Eid time. But unfortunately, because of the COVID, we do want people to gather and keep the distance. So we did delay it for hopefully next year, inshallah. But we have in our mind that we should do something major in the city of Dearborn and city of Detroit to celebrate Ramadan and Eid.
I think that is so exciting. Please keep me posted on that. If I can add any of my influence to yours, I will definitely do that. I think that's a great idea to do it in Detroit, and we should probably include Hamtramck in that too, just to go for the Muslim concentrations, and maybe Dearborn Heights and Melvindale. Maybe all these people are going to follow. But no, I think that's a super idea to get the cities to be to do their part, to be responsible here too. That's very exciting. All right, well, thank you so much for talking to us. It was good seeing you. Ramadan Kareem.
Ramadan Kareem, thank you for having me. Thank you. Jazakumullah khair.